All right, my female music posse, thank you for the lead-in intro here. Let's put a pause on it right about now. Welcome, friends, social media connections. Welcome to this August live stream episode of Serving Veterans Who Served Us. And I am continuing my little intro here, giving my co-host, Jason, who, by the way, is a veteran, unlike me. So he's got the creds to share with you about his experience serving to protect the rest of us schmoes. Having said that, this time of the year, we are all getting back to, I guess, the routine, right? Your kids, all of us as adults. Why? Because school season has started. And just as I was, kind of warming ourselves up, Jason and myself, we were talking about, the routine now of, parents dropping off kids at school, the convoys of SUVs, minivans, et cetera, et cetera. And with that said, this time of the year, usually in the past, there is what I call the calm before the next little storm. And that is a lot of the typical households of home buyers probably have bought, closed, and settled into their new home, especially for our veteran brothers and sisters. However, fast forward to now, that typical cycle, I think, has kind of shifted from its norm. I think these days, because of what you're going to hear from Jason, I think people are constantly looking for when the right home is about to appear in the market. They want to be able to pull the trigger, call their broker agent, go and look at the property, make a decision, and so forth. So with that said, let's hear it from an actual real estate broker, a leader of many brokers and agents. Let's get Jason into the room. So Jason, let me give you a nice little, come on, music posse, help me out here. Here we go, music posse, let's get Jason.
The bongo drums. All right.
The bongo drums. That's my drummer and my female music posse. She felt that was more appropriate for you today.
Bravo. I've been thinking about doing a podcast, which means I'll probably never do it, because the only reason I do this is because of you and how awesome you are. But my kid keeps writing me intros. He's 10. He keeps writing me these terrible podcast intro songs. So
okay,
yeah. If you want a really bad one, I can get one for you.
You know what? Bad is in the eye of the beholder. So Jason, I'm gonna drop my request.
Yep.
Get your son to share that with you in digital format.
Yeah.
Once you get it, email it to me or text, whatever, however you get it to me. Let me hear it. And guess what? We just might promote your son's walk-on music as your next little walk-on music.
I'm putting it on my to-do list. This is
hey, come on, Jason.
Walk-on music. All right, got it.
Jason, as a proud parent, you and Obella know this. You have to feed the passions of your kids, regardless of where they go.
That is true. That is true.
Right?
We're on a journey. We're doing a lot of music. We're doing fencing now.
Oh,
yeah. All those swords have different names too. If you didn't know it,
I didn't know that.
Foils and rapiers and sabers and
Aren't they electronic though? They don't really hurt you, right?
No, they don't hurt. I mean, they can hurt you. You could lose an eye or something, but yeah, they get a lot of bruises, from those. But yeah, they put a little ball on the end so it doesn't stab.
Got it. Yeah. When I've watched the Olympics, of the past, and when I'm scrolling through the various sports, I do come upon and stop at fencing. It's amazing how fast those people go, and they're like poke, jab.
Yeah, it's a crazy sport. It's crazy. And before it was electronic, they would put charcoal on the end of the little swords, and that's why they were all white.
True.
So, random Olympic fact for you today.
Is it an expensive sport, Jason?
I mean, they're all expensive. Yes. But if you want to compare it to like ice hockey, no, it's not.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Anything
I've heard ice hockey is pretty expensive. Yeah. I've heard that is pretty expensive.
And he was spending $30,000 a year just for ice hockey.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's, by the way, translating that to real estate, that's a lot of home closings.
Yep. On average in this market, probably three homes for your average agent. So yeah.
I was thinking, but you know what? Here's the silver lining in the cloud. If one of you parents, yes, let's call you out. One of you parents, let's call on the female parent. Here we go. If one of you parent is funding your child's hockey passion, and Jason or one of his broker agents, and yes, they do need to clock in 3 more real estate transactions, closings. Well, hey, guess what? That is a sphere of influence. That is a pod of relationships. That's my take on that.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about real estate stuff. What's going on as you see it right now, as we're wrapping up the month of August? School season has started.
You are going to be so proud of me, Bill. I actually prepped a little spiel for you today.
Give me more.
Because the market is very, very interesting right now. There's a lot going on. And I kind of wanted to capture it for you because Chicagoland is a special animal. So we're kind of bucking the national trend at the moment. We usually kind of lag behind a little bit. So inventory is kind of recovering around the country in different markets. But our inventory is still tight.
Yeah.
And I think that is a direct response to how many people are actually moving here from other places. I mean, I don't have the data sets yet to show that, but anecdotally, and from a lot of kind of ancillary data, we're growing. The region is growing pretty fast.
Wow.
Yeah. So our prices for single family for the entire area are up about 7% year over year now. So we're up to 450 on average for single family for the whole region, which is massive. But take that as you will. Neighborhood to neighborhood, it's pretty different, but for the whole area, it's gone up. So supply maybe will improve in the next 2 months. We'll see what happens. Winter always plays a part there. If it comes early or later, we'll see what happens. But we're pretty firmly in the seller's market still. So that's one thing. One thing people should be watching is property taxes. We had over 4% almost increase in property taxes for Cook County, which is where Chicago is located. And then the north and subwest, even worse, north and northwest suburbs are seeing increases of like 6.5%, almost 6.5%, 6.4%.
Wow.
Pretty gnarly increases. So the shortage supports the increase in the prices. We see a lot of buyers complaining about pricing, and I just tell them, I say, hey, if there's no lemons in the store and you need lemonade, you're going to pay a little bit more for lemons.
Yeah. So for the juicier lemon at that.
Exactly. So it's the same with houses. There's not enough houses. So many people are moving here. And if you want one, you're gonna have to pay a little more. That's just what it is. It's a very desirable area. So
why do you think people are moving to Chicago? I mean, Jason, I know you've moved around a lot. You've lived out on the West Coast. Well, hell, you lived in China, right?
Yeah,
so
I've been East Coast, West Coast.
Yes. So why are people moving to Chicago?
Chicago's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a major, my wife likes to say Chicago's New York without the BS, right?
Bingo.
Yeah. So you have either the best of everything. It's not so big that it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
You can choose to live in a suburb and have a more kind of country lifestyle, but still have access to the city and everything that's great about it. Right. You try to do that with an LA or a Seattle or New York. I mean, you're gonna have to travel 2 hours outside the city to get that. Here, 30 minutes, is 40 minutes is easy.
Yeah.
I think, world-class art, entertainment, best food in the nation by far.
Yeah.
The music scene, almost every genre it's happening here. Yeah. So it's just a great place all in all. And I think that's been really appealing to people. And then the economics, a lot of companies are locating their headquarters or kind of sub headquarters, if you will, in Chicago, just because we're centrally located. We're smack in the middle of the country. And, people who serve in the C-suite of companies, they don't want to live in the middle of nowhere. They want to live in the city. Yeah. And then our transportation, I mean, you hop on a flight from here, you can go anywhere direct. I mean, it's fantastic. I can take a direct flight to, I'm originally from rural northern Michigan. I can get a direct flight from Chicago up to there. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I can get a direct flight to Omaha, Nebraska. I can get a direct flight to LA. I can get a direct flight to Beijing. Chicago just kind of checks the boxes for everybody. And I think that the value compared to the coast also has been a big driver. And that's been that way for years.
Yeah, it has been that way. And I think on top of that, at least I can say this for myself and our family, Chicago is so diverse. I think that can be very important for some of our listeners, given whatever demographics they're coming from.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, my own agents represent that. 80% of us speak a second language. We just added Bosnian to the roster. So
wow.
We're going to have every language before too long. So we're getting there. But yeah, diversity is definitely a huge factor here too.
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you for answering that question. So, Jason, let me put you on the spot and ask this question now. For those buyer clients that you work with directly, and sometimes maybe you don't, so you get one of your team of other brokers and agents to, kind of do the heavy lifting, if you will. What are some of those buyers who've been looking, they've started their journey looking for that right home that they want to buy? What if it doesn't exist? Are you thinking that maybe for that segment of buyers, they should consider building? What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're gonna, you know, a lot of people are looking for kind of specialty homes. We've got, you know, our average age of purchase and sale right now is hitting 62 years of age. So what does everybody at that age want? They want a ranch.
Yeah.
There's only so many ranches to go around.
That's right.
So if you're not going to find one, why not just build one?
Would you build one? Would you build a home?
I mean, right now, no. My house is awesome.
No. In general, would you?
In general, yeah. I mean, I've had clients who have built homes. I have relationships with builders, so
okay,
we've walked them through that process.
Good.
There's still a lot of land to be had at a good price out there, so finding land is not an issue. You know, if you're looking for a good school district, you know, that gives you some more flexibility if you buy land and build on it. So, and then, you know, there's always financing options for new builds as well. And then you get exactly what you want, because it's never 100% right, but you know, you get pretty close.
That's true. That's true. With that said, audience members, as Jason mentioned, you can absolutely, if you just cannot find an existing resale home that checks off all of the boxes or 95% of the boxes, can you build your own home? Can you secure financing to do that? The answer is yes. And in the spirit of our live stream, serving veterans who served us, Jason, I don't know if you know this, veterans can actually source financing, you know, leveraging all of the benefits of VA loan benefits to finance the entire build, from land acquisition to carrying the cost of the build, rather than relying on the builder to kind of carry the cost of build. And sometimes, let's be real, some builders don't want to carry the cost of paying the subs, material, labors, and what I call the time value of money.
Yeah, and the good thing too is there's those limits that went away a few years ago, those geographic limits on how much you could get in the VA. Now it's whatever you can afford or whatever you can get approved for. So if you get approved for a jumbo, and you can build the house of your dreams on a VA loan, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So as we come on to this segment of our live stream, as we did in our last episode, and by the way, for those of you watching us, if you missed it, no sweat. All you need to do is maybe just like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Hell, just like and subscribe. Maybe this particular episode, you'll be able to go backwards as well. So with that said, let's now play, Jason, my stupid little game of Would You Rather. Here we go.
All right.
On the hot seat.
Where's the theme music for this one? You got
no music. So it's just to give you silence, your moments of thought. Here we go. All right. So Jason, would you rather represent a buyer, a VA buyer, in a multiple offer bidding war, or a seller who receives 10 offers in the first weekend? Which one would you rather?
I mean, personally, I'd rather represent the VA buyer.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm primarily a buyer's agent. I love buyers more than listings. I mean, I give listings away every week because I don't have the, I don't know. I don't like doing that. I like buyers. That's kind of my personal take. So.
And you're speaking
the veteran. I'm going to go with them first because
that's right.
That's where I come from.
You're speaking like a fellow veteran. Leave no man behind. Let's go, buyer. I'm going to get you to your outcome. I hear you. Love it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Here's another one. By the way, when I saw this question from my writer panel, I'm like, shit, I don't know which one I would pick, but I'm curious to hear your answer. You ready? Here we go.
All right.
Would you rather have interest rates drop 1% tomorrow, or home prices drop 10% tomorrow? Which one is better for you? and your buyer clients?
I think home prices is probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone pays attention and says, oh, the rates dropped. Well, they might have dropped, but doesn't mean you're going to get a better rate necessarily.
I love how you answer that, because in the business of mortgage making, mortgage delivery, let me whisper this to all of you in the back room. The rates that you see published, they are for what we call the creme de la creme. And if you don't fit that, well, you need to dig a little bit deeper as to what really are your possible terms of financing. So I agree with you. I think the price dropping will instantly affect affordability.
What percentage of people would you say fit the creme de la creme? Do you know?
The creme de la creme?
It's got to be
say,
like very few people.
I would say on 100% full pie, 3% at best.
Wow. Okay.
And that's why it's so important when my mortgage company peers, my peers, when they're advertising rate, there is always a little asterisk by the next to it, which then references some very small print point. You got to read that, people. You got to read that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So as we wrap up with one more of my little stupid game, and that is, hey, true or false, Jason?
Okay.
Because you have bought and sold homes multiple times yourself, you work with a lot of buyers. Here's my question, true or false? Can a buyer use border income to qualify for their loan?
Wait, can they use what income?
Border income. So let me expand on that. Let's say you've got Jane Doe who's living with boyfriend John Doe.
Mm-hmm.
John Doe consistently is kicking to Jane Doe X amount of dollars, maybe splitting their rent. Can Jane Doe use what John is contributing to her as border income?
Got it. Unless she has a lease. No.
No? You know what? I thought that as well. Here's the thing. I thought that as well, but here's the thing. With specific loan programs, you can use border income, but here's the catch. There's some conditions attached to it. The border has to show a demonstrated 12-month history of contributing his or her income to the cost of housing. That's the only way to be able to use border income. So I thought that as well. I thought it was false as well. Yeah.
So even without a lease, as long as they can prove that
they can prove it, right?
Huh. So you got to supply both the border's bank statement and the
yes. Okay. And by the way, it doesn't even have to be a bank statement. Why? Because all of us now bank online. We bank digitally. As long as you can show a consistent payment history, receipt of funds history, you're done.
So we can use Venmo.
Yes, Venmo, Zelle, or whatever those things are. Now, funny thing is, why did I share this stupid true or false question with you? And I'll be honest, I felt stupid because I got a real life scenario. I got a real life scenario where, you know, this next part. Single females who are professional, maybe they served in the military, but they now work in a professional setting. They are the fastest growing segment of home buyers, right? And guess what? Single females are, all of you, they're buying their first home rather than waiting to be hitched up, waiting for that diamond ring to get popped on their finger. And so this came at me from one of my many buyer scenarios. I looked into it and voila, contrary to what I thought, we can use border income. We just have to know how to work it.
That's I had no idea. That's
yeah. So share this with your team of other brokers and agents, and when and if they have a question, we can talk through the what if. So
I already put it in my to-do list to note our Monday meeting to let people know. That's beautiful.
And so, audience members, as you heard this, right, from Jason and myself, and you're wondering, OMG, I've got a live-in boyfriend, girlfriend. I want to learn more. How can I start a conversation with you guys? Real simple. Scan the QR codes right here. Scan Jason's first because he loves and is ready, willing to serve as your buyer's broker. And along the way, scan my QR code so that we can help you as your real estate dream team. So, Music Posse, let's play us out. Here we go.